U.S. Air Force converts Qatari 747 into presidential jet. The U.S. Air Force's VC-25B Bridge aircraft, the interim replacement for the aging Air Force One fleet, has completed modification and flight testing and is now being painted in a new red, white, and blue livery with a public rollout scheduled for the summer. The Department of War accepted a head-of-state configured Boeing 7478i from Qatar, handed it to L3 Harris for a complex security and communications modification, and got it through testing fast enough that it will be flying the President of the United States before the end of the year. This collective team did what many said couldn't be done, and they did it with the safety, security, and gravity of the mission at the forefront of everything they did, said Jen Dale White, the Department of War's reporting portfolio manager for critical major weapon systems. The Bridge program exists because Boeing's long-term VC-25B program, the formal replacement for the current VC-25A Air Force One aircraft, has run significantly behind schedule, missing its initial 2024 delivery target. Meanwhile, the two VC-25, as currently serving as Air Force One, have been accumulating flight hours and maintenance cycles on airframes that date to the late 1980s. Extended heavy maintenance cycles on aging aircraft leave windows where the Air Force's ability to support the President with a fully capable airborne command post is constrained, and for a mission described internally as a no-fail requirement, that's not an acceptable condition. In February 2025, a dedicated task force launched what officials described as a full-court press on the Bridge program while simultaneously working to accelerate Boeing's long-term VC-25B production timeline. The sourcing solution the Air Force arrived at was unconventional. In December 2024, the service began assessing the 7478i market for VIP-configured aircraft suitable for conversion, and ultimately the Department of War accepted the Qatari head-of-state aircraft as the Bridge platform, using a previously owned foreign-configured aircraft for presidential transport. Introduced a distinct set of challenges. Elite specialists from multiple government agencies developed advanced protocols to detect and, if necessary, neutralize potential technical hazards on the previously owned airframe. According to the Air Force's announcement, that work has set the benchmark for integrating used airframes into the secure military inventory, effectively writing new doctrine for a problem the U.S. government hadn't formally solved before. L3 Harris, selected to perform the aircraft's modification, brings relevant credentials to the work. The company delivers secure, reliable, and resilient communications for the VC-25A and the broader executive airlift fleet, and has extensive experience with self-protection systems and customization of VIP aircraft. The accelerated modification timeline was made possible in part by Boeing's cooperation. The manufacturer provided engineering data necessary to support the structural modifications L3 Harris needed to perform, a partnership that kept the program moving on a schedule that standard procurement processes would not have accommodated. The broader program impact extends beyond the Bridge aircraft itself. The work done to establish baseline requirements, build interagency relationships, and stand up a 7478i support ecosystem has accelerated Boeing's long-term VC-25B delivery timeline by a full year, now expected in 2028 rather than the previously updated schedule. Our commitment to providing the President with a secure, resilient, and reliable airborne command post is unwavering, Air Force Chief of Staff Jen Wilsbach said. The VC-25B Bridge program is a testament to the Air Force's ability to innovate and rapidly evolve to ensure the continuity of our government under any conditions, Wilsbach said. To prepare White House staff for the new aircraft ahead of delivery, the Air Force constructed a full-scale interior mock-up complete with virtual reality views, an early commissioning tool that allows the people who will work aboard the aircraft to familiarize themselves with its layout and systems before the real thing arrives. That kind of preparation reflects how seriously the Air Force treats the operational transition, even for a bridge capability that is explicitly temporary. Secretary of the Air Force Troy Mink framed the Bridge program's value as something larger than a gap filler by intentionally integrating the 7478i platform. Now we are doing more than bridging a gap. We are executing a strategic stand-up of a high-consequence fleet, Mink said. This platform provides the Air Force with invaluable lead time to mature our training pipelines, synchronize our supply chains, and solidify sustainment frameworks. We are building the ecosystem necessary to ensure this fleet remains mission-ready for the next 30 to 40 years, He said the training pipeline, supply chains, and sustainment frameworks being built around the bridge aircraft will transfer directly to the permanent VC-25B fleet when Boeing delivers it, meaning the time and money invested in the interim capability isn't lost when the long-term solution arrives. This program epitomizes what is possible when clear accountability is placed on one individual and the entire enterprise of stakeholders aligns behind a single mission outcome. He said deliver a bridge capability as soon as possible to relieve pressure on the aging VC-25A fleet by this summer. That aircraft will be rolling out in its new livery, ready to carry the president.